Let's talk about 4 reasons you might want to overgrip or regrip your pickleball paddle. Let's talk comfort first. So maybe the stock grip, like on this Brickhouse Heritage 78, maybe you don't like the texture of the stock grip. This has a ribbed stock grip. I'm not really a fan of that. Now, if I'm satisfied with the circumference of the handle, and I like the way that it feels in my hand, I might just go ahead and remove this and completely regrip it. Typically what I do when it comes to something like this is I'll add an overgrip, and that will increase the circumference of the handle just a little bit, and it'll feel better in my hand. Sometimes the stock grip might just feel too thin. I find this especially true with paddles that have a more square-shaped handle. This Mage SCF1, I'm just using this as an example of a handle shape. It does have a more squared-off handle shape, and I find that when I add an overgrip to that, it just gives the paddle handle a little more rounded feel. Feels more comfortable in my hand that way. But sometimes I have found with some paddles, the stock grip just feels too thin to me, and so adding an overgrip helps take away that bite from the edge of the handle. And finally, it can help to reduce some shock from hitting a hard ball if you have an overgrip on your paddle. So instead of replacing the stock grip, you add an overgrip on it, and that adds that little extra thickness to the handle to help reduce shock from when you're stopping someone's drive. You know, you're resetting a drive or something like that. So now let's talk specifically about the handle. I mentioned it before about the stock grip being too thin. Sometimes the handle is too thin. This GX5 has got like a 3 3/4 inch handle. It's very thin, as you can see there. And maybe you find a paddle, but the circumference of the handle just feels a little too small in your hand. So you can add an overgrip or two to help improve that circumference and make the paddle feel better in your hand. And again, I touched on it a little bit in the previous section about comfort, but if the shape of the handle bothers you, sometimes adding an overgrip can help you change the way the shape of the handle feels, and that way it makes it feel more comfortable in your hand. So the third thing to consider when it comes to putting an overgrip or regripping your paddle is performance. Maybe the stock grip doesn't wick away sweat, and when you start sweating it feels slippery in your hand, or maybe it just doesn't feel tacky enough in general. These are the ProTac overgrips from Bodhi, and I really like these. They're a little bit thicker than their dry tack overgrips, which are more designed to wick away sweat, and these are more designed to improve grip and comfort on the paddle. And so you might choose one or both of those reasons to regrip or overgrip your paddle. And either one, it's up to you. It's your preference which you choose. And finally, you may just want to regrip your paddle or put an overgrip on for appearance. When I originally put this blue overgrip on, I thought that it complemented this Vatic VSOL Pro's blue quite nicely. I added an edge guard as well from Bodhi, and I've been pretty happy with the appearance. So if you just want to improve the aesthetic of your paddle, that might be a reason. So you would just add an overgrip on or regrip it, add some edge tape, and now you've got a fresher looking paddle. What are the reasons you find that you're overgripping or regripping your paddle? Is it for comfort? Is it because you don't like the shape or size of the handle? Is it because you're looking for better performance, or do you just want to change the appearance of your paddle? I hope this helped you, and let me know, why do you overgrip or regrip your paddle?